What time is that?
And here we are again.
Here we are back again.
Or into the breach we go.
I have one question I wanted to ask you guys last week, and I thought about it this week. Okay. In college football, is there a 2-minute warning at the end of the fourth quarter?
There is now.
Oh, okay.
They added it recently. I don't know if it's this year or last year, but
Okay, because I saw it at a game. I'm like, why are they stopping the clock?
yeah. I was watching the Pitt Cal game, and yeah, they had the 2-minute warning, and they were explaining. The announcers were saying, "Oh, this is such a great benefit that they added this."
Well, for them, it is
an extra timeout for the.
Okay, I thought it was like free. It was I think it was the Ohio State Oregon game. I saw the 2-minute warning thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we're on the subject, though, I just want to say my Pitt Panthers are 6-0 for the first time since 1982, and we know who was playing quarterback for them in 1982.
Matt
that
Kavanaugh?
a lot of teams passed on, and Edson's team got him.
That's right. Congratulations on picking up Matt Kavanaugh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Well, I have a scenario for you in this show that maybe later on where I'm no longer going to be following the Dolphins if this happens, but I'll leave that up as a suspense.
Wait. You can't.
Wait. Hold. No.
I'm saying if a certain thing happens, which has not happened and hopefully will not happen, I'll bring it up later.
You're going to bring it up later.
Okay.
No, I can't wait. Can we do
Neither
it now?
can I.
Well, if we're going to do like some trade talks, then we can talk about it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, let me get to our thing here, our thingamadingy. Bruce, how'd you do this week?
4-1.
4-1. You are 16-14, my
Above
friend.
500, yay.
Above 500. There you go. Edson, how'd you do this week? Should we even ask?
I wish I could say 5-0, but it was 4-1.
4-1 for Edson as well. Oh my goodness. Crowd's going wild for you.
Why does that sound like a car being stuck in a blizzard and the tires are spinning?
I don't know. It's StreamYard.
Oh, there you go.
Pause. So Edson, you're 20-10 overall, and I also was 4-1.
Wow, we're doing really good.
So after 30 picks, Bruce and I are trailing you by 4 games. We'll have to. We got to stop overlapping. We'll never catch it.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Make
happens.
him an offer. Make him an offer.
The week 7 slate, it was hard to pick.
I was just gonna say, as easy as week 6 seemed, I had a lot of problems with week 7. So
Oh yeah, a lot of problems. Week 7 was brutal.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to our picks after we go through the happenings, the whatnots, the hootajiggets of 6, along with some news. Let's get to some news first.
Yeah.
So the Saints are missing. Here we go, right here. Both their top receivers are not playing tomorrow, Thursday, against Denver.
Oh wow.
That's a problem.
Yep.
We know what happened in New York this week. Devontae Adams joined the New York Jets, and Amari Cooper went to the Bills. It's like both teams on Monday night walked out of the stadium and said, "We got to fix this.
We got to do something."
Yeah, we got to do something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Trade season has started.
And apparently Adams was like, he jumped on a red eye like just after midnight and flew to New York, and he was Aaron Rodgers does his normal spot on McAfee's show on Tuesday, and he kept looking off the screen like this, and McAfee's like, what is it, and Devontae walked into the shot and like revealed that he was there already.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's playing the Steelers this week. Holy cow.
Yeah, he's expected to play against the Steelers, who they're starting Russell Wilson.
Has that official now?
It is? I heard it was like in talking stages. Really?
Yeah. It pretty much came out late this afternoon.
Holy cow!
Yeah, the PM team on 93.7 said it's all but a done deal. Russell Wilson's going to start. You know, why upset the apple cart? I mean, Fields hasn't looked spectacular, but he's winning. Looks like Malik Neighbors will be back for the Giants this week. Like anybody cares.
Okay, if you guys don't say it, I will.
Say it.
Won't you be my neighbor? I mean, I feel like Fred Rogers every time he walks out on the field.
Sorry, Bruce.
Damn. Bravo.
I don't know. I feel like the Giants are a little bit dangerous with him there. They were doing
they
okay
are.
without him.
Because they played well without him. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like he was the only offense they had at the beginning of the year, and then when he went out, they had to figure something else out. But they did lose their left right. For the rest of the year, so we'll see how that takes out. Let's get to week 6. We talked about the Niners Seahawks already last Saturday when we did our show Saturday, which I think going forward, that's going to be our new spot. At least, we're going to try to make it. Just on Saturday morning. So Sunday started with another London game. I picked this one wrong, my friend.
That was my one thing. And
that was your one loss? Really?
Yeah, the funny thing was I had on my sheet Chicago, and at the last minute I crossed it off because I'm like,
from taking tests in high school or whatever. Never change your.
Yeah, I'm like, Jacksonville never loses. Well, they do when they suck.
Except for this year.
Yeah.
Whoa, what happened there? They do suck. Whoops.
Yeah. That was bad.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence has regressed to the point where he's starting to look like a Bubby Brister, Kenny Pickett type quarterback. I don't know what's going on with that guy. They're just bad. I can't believe Peterson. All right, if they lose to the Patriots this week, they stay in the.
He's done.
Do you think Peterson flies home with them, or he's stays?
No, he's gone. I think he's gone.
He's gone.
I think so too.
I think the only reason why is because he had another game, and he's just waiting for that other game. But
the kiss of death. The owner said, "Oh no, he's great. He's not going."
No,
the kiss of death.
That's it.
On the other side of the ball, your boy Bruce is starting to look pretty good. Caleb Williams.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. I mean, I have 2 friends at work are huge Chicago fans. He's looking really, really comfortable in the pocket. He looks really good. He's going through his progressions. He looks like he's going to do all right.
Do you see the one play he made where he faked like a rollout and then he spun around, or no, he pump faked and then he spun around and then he threw on the run and hit the tight end or something wide open. Like it was a beautiful
He's good.
Play. He's each week he looks better and better and better. And he's starting to get into Jaden Daniels territory. Jaden played a decent game. That was probably the best game of the week.
Right. It was.
And it went pretty much like we expected.
Funny how the odds makers had it at 6.5, 7. Strange.
And Henry there, oh my gosh, another it always starts off like he's not going to get more than 50 yards, and then it gets so far into the game, and then he puts does a couple 50-yard, and he's like over 100 again. It's like, geez.
Well, I think a lot of that is you're wearing down the defense.
Yeah, he's just getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at his stats right now are crazy. He's got 704 rushing yards.
Jeez, are you kidding me?
Games. No.
He's like in the 2000 territory right now. Jeez.
Yeah, at 30 years old. Oh, by the way, and on a new team. So yeah,
that was a perfect fit for him. That's the perfect fit for him. That team, exactly.
Yep, and there it is. He's averaging almost 6 yards a carry.
Wow.
Just under. He's only carried it 119 times for 704. So yeah, it's nuts. They're a really dangerous team.
if you want to see something crazy, if you get a chance to pop up Jaden Daniels stats, it's almost obscene.
Well, his completion percentage must be off the charts.
It is.
He never puts the ball on the ground. Jeez.
So here he is here. He's thrown for 1,400 yards already, 6 tutties. Yeah. I mean, a quarterback rating over 70 as a rookie. And on a team that wasn't expected to do a whole lot this year.
They were expected to be better, but not. I mean, this is very surprising down here.
75% completion percentage. That's really good. Jeez.
That's unbelievable.
So you got to be, if you're a Washington fan, you got to be happy for the first time in, my God, 25 years maybe? I mean, when's the last time you could really be happy about this team?
2012.
Oh, yeah. When RG3 came. And
when he came around, it was just like, until that game when he blew out his knee.
Yeah, and they kept running him out there for some reason.
Right.
Ruined his career. He was never the same.
That's right.
And he actually had a rookie year similar to this, except I think Jaden's a better pocket passer. RG3 was more like a Lamar type.
More runner, yeah.
He is like Lamar. He was.
But you're right. But, from the minute Dan Snyder bought the team until recently, they've had no hope there.
Right.
For the most part. The only thing that sucks about them now is their name.
Right.
Yeah, the Flying Commandos. But that was definitely the game of the week. Bruce, your team laid the lumber this week.
Hey.
Jordan Love looking like an MVP candidate.
He's healthy. He's back to being himself.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. And that division, all three.
Oh yeah.
Minnesota was on bye, who are 5-0, by the way, and the other 3 teams didn't just win; they walloped their opponent.
Oh, we're going to get to the best one soon.
The best one comes up soon.
Yeah.
This division is crazy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've talked about it for about 2 weeks now that this could be the first time since the realignment. When was that? 02, 03?
Mm-hmm. I think you're right.
20 years ago, 21. That an entire division could make the playoffs.
They could, yeah.
Right.
I mean, every single team's got 4 wins.
It'll actually be ashamed if one of them is or 2 of them are left out.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can see bumping one of them is the NFC South. You've got the Falcons and the Buccaneers. Probably going to go down swinging, both of them. So, but it's going to get to a point though soon where this division, they're going to play each other and they're going to start beating each other up. So thgoing to start giving each other.
Exactly. Yeah, the division games will be interesting. Yeah.
So we'll see how that ends out.
Well, I think. I mean, I'm going to blow my horn about my team. One thing you have to realize: Detroit now plays indoors.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota plays indoors, and Green Bay said, "Come on outside. Come on, December, nice and cool outside. Come on, you can play us. Go ahead." And the other teams like,
go up there.
Nobody
wants to go up there in the playoffs. No.
Right.
Yeah. Did you hear that they want to put a covered roof on the Cincinnati Stadium?
Oh, wow.
And I think it's the fans that want it. Like, pretty soon, all these games are going to be arena football games. They'll all be and come on, man. But, you got Dobbs back. You're looking healthy again, Bruce.
Yeah.
Love looks good. So, Packers, look out. Dangerous team.
Yep.
Nothing to say about this.
Nothing.
They're actually
okay.
Drake May.
Yeah. Okay.
Played really well. He threw 3 touchdown passes, which he has. Drake May now with the 3 touchdown passes has more than oh my God, I just drew a blank. What's his name?
Yeah, I'm trying to
start of the season there. Oh my God.
I can't think of him either, but I know what you're talking about.
Holy crap, getting old sucks.
Oh.
Jacoby Brissett. He's got more touchdown passes already than Jacoby Brissett had in 5 games.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And from day one, I thought it was a mistake that they didn't try him. And they're like saying, "Oh, we're going to throw him out there when, he could get." Well, it's like he's younger. He could get away from the pressure better than Brissett. So what's the problem? Just put him out there.
and that makes no sense because when they did decide to put him out there, they put him out there against the top pass rushing team in the league, and they have like the worst offensive line.
Yep.
They can't block anybody. So like you'd figure they would try a game where they're playing Jacksonville or somebody like that.
Oh, that's who they're playing this week too.
That's right. They are playing that this week.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. I almost picked that game, but I decided not to, and I'll get into that when we get to that. But yeah, but that's a good story. And the Texans 41 points, and you want to say they got Joe Mixon back this week, and I think Joe Mixon is going to help CJ Stroud immensely going forward, because especially with Nico Collins hurt for who knows how long.
Right.
Because again, Stroud played decent. I think he had like 265 somewhere in there. He still hasn't looked like CJ Stroud of last year yet to me.
Right.
I agree. Agreed. Yeah.
So I'm just waiting because I think it's going to happen. Like all of a sudden the floodgates going to open. They're going to open with this guy, and look out. Houston's a dangerous team. They're laying in the weeds. Watch out. They're much like the Chiefs. They're an unimpressive 5-1 right now.
Yep.
Just don't let it happen this week.
Yeah.
So then we'll be upset.
Talk about a team. What's with the Saints?
Yeah.
Seriously, what is with the Saints?
Defense.
They scored all 27 of their points in the second quarter. They picked off Mayfield 3 times, lost the game.
And
gave up 51 points.
And
51 points doing it.
I can't believe it. 50 points.
I mean, how long does Dennis Allen have? I mean,
no idea.
You can cry about injuries. Hill's hurt, and now his 2 receivers are gone. And Carr is beat up. Carr, what Perna said this week, Carr's in the shop getting a new timing belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
But you know what's great about Mayfield? Because I was actually at a sports bar watching the Steelers game, and that one was on. I kind of kept an eye on it. Is that he has such a short-term memory, which I love. Like Roethlisberger used to be like this. Roethlisberger would have a quarter where he'd throw 2-3 picks, and it wouldn't faze him at all. He just kept going out there and firing away, and that's Mayfield. He goes back, whatever. Okay, next time.
Right.
That's right.
He's
mentality.
Good.
It's a great mentality, and I bet the team we're going to talk about next wishes they still had him.
Oh, right. Yep.
The Browns.
Talk about two of the most unlikable teams there.
That game was brutal. They played it down here. I think I took a nap. It was almost unwatchable.
We'll start with Cleveland since they were the away team. They're on the left. We read left to right. Deshaun Watson, forget it. It's over. Just sit him down.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I got to find that while we're talking. I'm going to find this crazy. You got to see this. They're clearly packing it in now that they're 1-5 by getting rid of Cooper. They're probably going to move a few more players. I don't even, if you're Nick Chubb and you come back, do you even want to risk further injury?
Right. I was thinking about that also. I said they're pushing him. And Nick Chubb's probably like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
I'm good, but I'm not playing.
Yeah. I'm going to find this. You're going to flip when you see this. I think it's time for Jameis Winston. Just put him in. What do you got to lose at this point?
Yeah, and I think that Cooper trade was going to be more impactful than Devontae Adams trade, because who's the happiest person in the world now? He's going to be so enthusiastic about going to Buffalo and getting the heck out of there.
I saw this great stat that he's got more receiving yards in his career than the rest of the Browns team in the same time frame.
Wow. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Cowboys' first mistake in letting him go.
And the Bills, they stole him. They gave
him.
Let's see.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be great for them.
Yeah. So I'm looking for the Deshaun Watson cap hits here. I just saw it last night.
Oh boy. Ugh.
This is gonna be not nice. This is not gonna be good.
Like maybe the whole rest of the team.
Oh yeah, and then I just passed a Myles Garrett one. So there's this great account on X called Spot Track, SPOTRAC, and he puts all these financials up. And see, I just got to go back a little bit more. Yeah, this was posted on the 24th of September, so it's right. Oh, I just saw him ripping on the Pirates in here. I'll have to go back and read that one. Where the heck is it? It says, for the just cut Deshaun now. I got it on my phone. I'm trying to pull it up on the computer. Here's what I'll do instead. On the other side of the ball, the Eagles, first of all, what is their coach doing?
Sirianni. That's what I mean. There's just such an unlikable. It's like, as a matter of fact, this week I was like, oh, there's an easy pick. Eagles over the Giants. And I'm like, nope, I want to stay the heck away from that team. I don't care if it's an easy pick or not. I just hate him now because of his attitude.
What like the whole team, they're schizophrenic.
Only person that plays good for Philadelphia is what's his name?
Brown.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown's. I mean, he's not a well-known player.
Well, okay, Barkley is too, but
they got too much talent on that team to be the way they are.
Who's the other running back? Like Gatewood or Gainwood or something like that?
Gainwell.
Gainwell. He's really good. He's a little scat back. He reminds me a lot of what was that punt returner that was like number 43, played for San Diego, and he was like,
oh yeah,
oh jeez,
the little guy. Oh my god,
yeah.
Sproles, Darren Sproles.
He's like Darren Sproles, who did play for Philadelphia for a couple years, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So
that's a good comparison.
Back to Cleveland.
Okay.
So here's for the just cut Deshaun now crowd. So if they cut him right now in 2024,
okay,
he counts $93.2 million in cash, $120 million against the dead cap.
There's no, oh my gosh,
and then 80.7 next year against the dead cap. That's if they cut him now. Now, if they wait till next year and cut him, it goes down by what, $1 million here.
But it goes significantly down in
2026. They still owe him 53.8.
Yeah.
So, and then if they wait until next year to cut him for 2026, they still count 73 million against the dead cap, and the year after 26.9. They're stuck paying for this dude through 2027.
This is crazy.
What was the original contract?
4 year, 5 year, I think 5 years, 250 guaranteed. They guaranteed all of it.
That's the key word right there. Guaranteed. That's the key word.
They got to look at that. That is insane.
Wow.
That is insane. When you do this kind of stuff, you cripple your team.
Yeah.
So, what do you do? And then you've got contracts like Myles Garrett contract, you've got Nick Chubb's contract, like Njoku. You got some guys earning some cash on this team, and it's all being sucked up by the quarterback now.
And good luck.
You're not going to be able to sign any free agents.
Right.
If you draft in the top 10, you're going to be screwed on that because you can't pay top 10 money, right? How are you going to do this?
Well, another thing you have to realize, I'm going to put this out there. In 2 years, we're going to be saying the same thing about someone else's contract if they keep on playing bad.
Yeah, well,
Dak Prescott.
I mean,
yeah,
I was just before he got signed, I was just let him go. Let him go. He hasn't done anything. Just let him go. It's like, what? Don't do that. But whatever.
It's ironic how they found he's just like Tony Romo. He's the same kind of player. He's flashy, puts up big numbers, but in big spots, he makes crucial mistakes.
Yeah.
Which is what Romo did over and over again.
Romo, catch up, hold the ball. No, can't do it. No. Field goal, no good. Okay. We're good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to find they had the Myles Garrett, but I don't want to waste too much more time on this. But yeah, I went by it and now I can't find it. But I should have. I wish I saw that earlier. I was looking for the Watson thing. I saw the Garrett thing, and I'm like, oh, they got trouble with his contract too.
Well, it's like it makes sense. Anybody who they're gonna try to re-sign, they're like thinking those people are like, well, why should I get anything less than this guy? I'm out here playing a lot better than him. So it's like they're not gonna be able to re-sign him.
And you're right. The Cowboys are going to be hamstrung the same way with CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. And they're probably also going to have to give some money to what's his face 11 there.
Micah Parsons. Yep.
Micah yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, I mean it's hard in a league that's salary cap driven to acquire a bunch of big names, right?
Yep.
And that's why I think the football's always kept the contracts not guaranteed, and when you give Deshaun Watson this money guaranteed. That's the biggest thing.
That's the problem.
That's the biggest problem. Like with Prescott and those guys, I don't think there's a percentage of it's guaranteed, but not all of it.
Yeah.
In the case of Watson, all of it's guaranteed. And that's just when they did that, I was laughing my ass off because I knew it would destroy their team. I mean, that's a we got to win now, and that's an all in or nothing, and they're going to end up with nothing. Nothing. So, they look pathetic. I didn't watch this game. I saw some highlights. Watson looks completely inept.
Yeah.
Now he's saying he doesn't want to take any more unnecessary hits.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just
don't put me out there?
Yeah.
Don't put me out there, coach.
Just come out and say, look, I don't want to play. You're paying me anyway. I'm just going to sit on my ass. Put in the other guy. Why doesn't he say it? So, and the Eagles, Hurts hasn't looked like himself in a year and a half now. Not since the Super Bowl. He hasn't looked good since the Super Bowl.
He hasn't looked good since the team went 10-1 last year. After I think the turning point for Philadelphia was the game against San Francisco when San Francisco came into Philadelphia and beat the hell out of them. I mean, physically beat them up. And Philadelphia's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, they struggled to make the playoffs last year. Tampa Bay killed them in the first round. It's just, they don't look good. The Titans. Will Levis is a weekly comedy skit, man.
Yeah.
He's no good. What did he throw for 87 yards again or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure if the Titans have any good players on there, they'll be looking to put them on the trade block too.
Oh well, D-Hop is already get the hell out of here.
Yep.
I mean, Hopkins is he's top 5 receiver.
I just hope the Chiefs don't get him. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, he'd look good in black and gold, I think.
Oh right, Steelers might want to get somebody too. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Joe Flacco at age 437 looks amazing.
That's amazing.
He looks so good in the Colts uniform because he looks like a throwback player.
Yes.
Yeah.
He looks like Johnny Unitas or something, hobbling around out there. He can barely move, but he's throwing
is hilarious. That's hilarious because I was thinking of Earl Morrall.
Yeah, Earl Morrall. Yes. That's it, Bruce. He looks like Earl Morrall, kind of stumbling around, but he throws such a beautiful ball, man. He's perfect, so accurate.
Just like, go back, Earl, go in the game. Okay. Boom,
right.
boom.
Right.
I was thinking of Earl Morrall. Good call, my brother. Good call.
Exactly. You're right. He was on.
Richardson might come back this week.
Joe's great. What was that?
I think Richardson might come back this week. I'm trying to.
I think he is.
But if I'm Steichen, I think I stick with the hot hand and keep Flacco playing until he screws up. Why not? Richardson hasn't shown you anything really impressive yet, and Joe Flacco's winning games.
Not consistently. Richardson's up and down all the time, but
all the time. And I know he's young. He's only started 7 or 8 games total in his career. But right now, the veterans winning you games, I'd stick with the hot hand until it runs out.
Well, here's one for Edson. Edson, backup quarterback, Don Strock. Think of that. He reminds you a little bit of Flacco. He just goes in there, starts the game, gets everyone comfortable, throws 5 touchdown passes, walks out the field, has a beer, let's do it again next week type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the kind of like the blue collar guy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think Joe. I've heard Joe on 2 interviews now recently, and he seems like he has a different mentality now because he knows he's a career backup going forward. So he just prepares the best he can, and he doesn't have any kind of pressure on him like he did when he was starting.
Right.
So, and I'm happy for him. I know Joe. I met him when he was in college. I told him what was going to happen in the draft. I had the wrong team in picking him, but I told him he was going to be a Pro Bowl player. He didn't believe me. And then I saw him a year later, and I walked up to him and I said, "You probably don't remember." He didn't even look up. He was signing for kids. I said, "You probably don't remember me, but last year I told you," and he pointed at me without looking up, and he said, "Every time things went really well for me last year, I kept thinking about our conversation."
Wow.
That's a good story.
And then his mother saw me and she goes, "Oh my God." She comes running over, hugging me. "Oh my God. Joey, you said Joey was going to be good."
Joey.
They have the nicest family. I have a picture of Joe and I having a beer that night. And,
cool.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I'm really happy for him. I've always been happy for Joe.
Too bad for you. He went to such a competitive team to your team.
Yeah, that's okay. And ironically, his rookie year is when he went to the AFC Championship and threw the interception to Troy Polamalu, and I was at that game. And I said,
wow.
He said, "Sorry about, I was at the game when Troy picked you off." And he goes, "I see that guy in my nightmares, man." Because they played the 3 times that year, and like Troy hit him for a strip sack fumble at the end of one of the games. And yeah, so Chargers Broncos. Now this one, I was watching this one. It was all the way down at the other end of the bar, but it was like, wasn't it like 20-0 or 20? Yes.
It was. Yeah.
I think I'm not really sure. I wasn't really watching that game.
Yeah, it was. And I was at that time, I was like, wow, the Chargers are, doing better. I I thought that they weren't going to be that good because of the injury to Herbert, but I guess is he looking okay?
I guess so. I mean, I know McConkey's kind of dinged up. He's playing hurt, and the other receivers hurt. Do they go get Mike Williams back now that he's going to be on the
Jets? Yeah.
I don't know, but the big story in that game was Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Oh,
had, heart problems.
Yeah.
And had to leave. Jeez,
that's pretty scary.
Yeah, what is he? 60, maybe? He's not that old.
Yeah,
right?
that always worries me when that happens to people. And then later on during the week, he's like, "Yeah, nothing's gonna keep me away. My heart will have to stop to stay away." I'm like, "Whoa!"
Oh, don't say something like that. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do that.
Oh my gosh.
His blood pressure must be, because he's so intense. He's always intense, even when he was a player. So, you don't want to see anything like that. Come on, Jim, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
My team,
pretty good.
I don't know how they ended up with 32 because they look terrible.
Did they really?
They don't look very good. I was watching it with George, our mutual friend George Edson, and he kept saying, "Oh my God, this looks just like last year with Kenny Pickett." Nothing looks different.
I have a question for you. Regarding that game. Was that? I mean, there's 17 games, right?
Yes.
Right.
And everyone gets 9 home games, right?
No.
I don't think everyone does.
Not guaranteed, no.
Okay. Well, Pittsburgh has 10.
What?
After seeing that crowd in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Tom was walking off the field, pointing everywhere. You see the terrible towels everywhere. I'm like,
that's the problem with Vegas. They're a home team to a lot of teams. Yeah.
Yeah, because my buddy Doug was there, and he sent this picture. You probably, I don't know, hold my phone up, but you probably won't be able to see it. But where is it? Crap. Oh, I know where it is. they put they put silver Raider towels on every single seat.
Mm-hmm.
And then here it is. So I don't know. Can you see that? There's silver Raiders towels. So when he walked in, every seat, he grabbed me one. But all you saw when they went to commercial break or anything was happening were yellow towels being swung. It really did look like a home game for Pittsburgh. He said
it did.
He kept sending me videos of all you saw were Steelers fans everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. They play the game between the 20s and they hope for the defense to bail them out, which they did. TJ Watt, two Peanut Tillman punch fumbles, one on the goal line to turn the game around. And then they benefited from a Fields threw an awful interception, and then it got called back for a question roughing the passer, and then he was able to score on the next play. So, like they got 32 points, but it wasn't, I don't know. I don't even know how to put it. I mean, the Raiders weren't much of a challenge.
Okay.
But if the Steelers were playing a better team, they would have been probably beaten pretty badly. They're just I don't know.
They played well and they played good enough to win.
They played good enough to win, and they're relying heavily on their defense in the running game. Najee had a great game. Najee ran like a beast, but Fields 2 weeks ago against the Colts, when they had to come from behind, put up amazing numbers. He put up like 345. He ran for a couple. He willed them back. They almost came back and won. And since then, they've put the handcuffs on him. Like the Dallas game, you watched on, and we all watched the Dallas game. It was awful. The offense was terrible. It was the same offense. They did the same offense this week. They looked exactly the same way. The only difference is that Najee Harris was breaking longer runs. That was the only difference. They're a paper tiger and they're a 4-2 fraud. I'm telling you, man. When they start playing some heavy hitters, they're gonna get smacked around. Speaking of paper tigers, how about paper panthers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one. If they have anybody to trade, it's gonna happen soon.
The call of the week, though, who was calling that game? Oh my God, I can't remember who the announcer was. Oh, it was Mark Sanchez, right?
Oh.
He butt fumbled on the call, right? So
okay.
This is great if you can find it. So he's talking about how Bryce Young could benefit from sitting on the bench and watching a pro like Andy Dalton, right? And he's going, I think he can really benefit from sitting and watching a polished professional like Andy Dalton play. And as he's saying it, Andy Dalton throws a pick six.
That is unbelievable. I gotta go find that at some point.
If you watch Brandon Perna, That's Good Sports on YouTube, he has it on his
wow. That's
his
top 10 blops of the week, and that was in there.
I think one of my all-time favorite calls was Keith, we were in college when this happened. They were talking about Mark Malone for Pittsburgh Steelers, and he was talking about Jerome Bettis. No, he's talking about Neil O'Donnell. He said Neil O'Donnell's our quarterback. I mean, he doesn't have to do anything to attract women. He's good looking and everything. And every time he throws a pass, someone catches it, and Mark Malone's in the background. I try to throw a pass with my luck, he get intercepted. So
he was so bad.
He was so bad.
So bad. He was the heir apparent to Bradshaw. Nope. Meanwhile, though, the Falcons are humming.
Falcons are look.
Yeah, they're looking good.
And Kirk Cousins is the real deal.
Yes.
I think he's fully recovered from that Achilles.
If he can,
if
they can keep him healthy this season, they'll definitely
be competitive. They're very competitive.
Yeah,
they're very competitive.
It's going to be fun to watch them in Tampa duke it out for that division.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're both almost the same team, as like the week before they had that game that went overtime. So
yeah.
There's only one thing I like about Carolina. I love those blue uniforms. They are cool looking. They're nice.
The jet black helmets with the blue. Yeah, those were cool.
Pretty cool. Those are cool.
Yeah, you're right, because it was on the monitor like next to me, and I kept looking because they just look so good. The game of the week.
Was this the game of the week? Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
according to this guy.
Oh my gosh, he was hilarious. He was so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he loved
How
it.
y'all doing?
So, wow. So Detroit goes into Dallas. We all had them winning. I think all three of us took this game, right?
Yes, we did.
But to go in on Jerry's birthday into Jerry.
Oh yeah, that's
the best, even better.
And take a giant steamer on his birthday cake was just the best thing ever. That was such a clown show. Where do you even begin with this? I think we should begin with Aiden Hutchinson. That's
bad. That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
Terrible tragedy to lose a guy in a blowout game to break his leg like that. You always hate that. And it seems like when a player of that magnitude gets hurt in a blowout in a meaningless game, or in garbage time, you want to blame the coaches. But at the same time, if he wasn't playing, you'd want him in there, right? You want him in there. So I don't know. That's a tough.
Yeah, it's a tough to look back on.
So does Cleveland send Myles Garrett over there now?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think they're a good defense without him, but obviously they lose a couple of steps.
It would be like losing TJ Watt, really. He had 7 sacks in 6 games already.
Yeah.
And, he's the leader of the team. He's the captain. He's, a defensive
enthusiastic young
Pro Bowler.
Yeah. So, somebody said if Cleveland called Detroit, said, okay, you can have Myles Garrett. And Detroit said, cool. He said, but you have to have Deshaun Watson. Hello?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Hello?
And take his contract.
Or back to the Jets, Hassan Reddick, who has not played a snap for them, just got a new agent, Drew Rosenhaus, the biggest cocksucker agent there is. Does Hassan Reddick end up in Detroit?
Wow, that's quite interesting.
That's an interesting scenario. I think
and Max Crosby over there.
As much as I hate to admit it, they're in my division. I think Detroit is probably one of the most complete teams I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Their defense is good. Goff is playing out of control. Offensive line, running game, and they got great receivers, and their defense is like, I don't know. They're playing well.
It's got to be the best one in the league.
Oh yeah, they are. Well, who was saying it? I'm not sure who was saying it. I'm not sure who it was, but they said every time Detroit ran a running play, someone from Dallas wasn't hitting them until they got 5 yards down the field.
Oh yeah, it was the missed tackles, the broken tackles, the lack of effort, especially once the game got out of control. I think the Cowboys were they gave up.
Yep.
They packed it in. But if Cleveland tries to trade Myles Garrett to Detroit, here's the deal. The new team has to pick up $806,000 guaranteed. That's nothing.
I was gonna say that's nothing
for the rest of this year. Next year, $19.8 million not guaranteed.
Well, okay.
And $25 million the year after not.
Wow,
guaranteed.
I would definitely.
I would make a move.
It would take them easily.
Yeah, they'll probably do it this week, sometime this week.
Because at the same time, look how it screws the Browns. $19 million against their cap this year, and $36.2 against their cap next year. Now think of that with those Watson numbers we looked at earlier.
Oh.
They won't be able to field.
They are screwed. I mean, like 20. So let's say next year, 36 million for Garrett, and then next year, 80 against Deshaun Watson. That's if they get rid of Watson. If they keep Watson next year, they're 118 against. So 118 and 36. What's the salary? What is the cap?
I know. I was trying to remember.
What is it? Either way, I mean, how do you field a team of 53 rostered starters, or 53 rostered players when you're already 150 million in dead cap with over two guys?
I don't know. Dallas will have that problem.
How does the Browns GM have a job? I mean, seriously, who's doing the friggin' math over there? Wow. Were you looking up the cap, Edson?
Yeah, it was like
I was looking up too.
255 million.
255.
Okay.
255, and they're at like 155.
And I'm sure it's gonna keep going up, but
it goes up a little bit, but not. I mean, when you have that much, you're over 50%. You're like 65% of the cap.
Yeah,
tied up in two guys.
They're done.
And two guys who might not even be on your team anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
you know what the best part of the whole Dallas loss was? I know you guys probably heard it. Was the interview with Jerry Jones?
Oh my God,
that was bad. Oh my God.
Which one? The one where they got him in the tunnel afterward?
No. The Dallas radio station.
The radio station where he threatened.
Like you don't get to ask me those questions, and if I'll get someone else, I'm like, are you kidding me? Let the guys do their jobs.
He owns that radio station.
That's not real journalism. Then it's like
in the tunnel afterward when he goes, "You think I'm some kind of idiot?" I would have said, "Yeah,
I
do,
exactly.
Yeah, I do.
Of
course, he's done dick in 30 years, bro. Yeah,
right.
You're an idiot. Hire some football guys and get out of the way." Edson, you're a Yankee fan. We've seen this before.
Oh yeah,
George Steinbrenner. George Steinbrenner was the same way, except he fired people like crazy. Jones doesn't. Really he hangs on to yes men too long.
Oh well,
Steinbrenner fired him
because of that.
No matter what, right? But Steinbrenner didn't get it until he was suspended from the league, and he had to pay his penance, and he came back, and then he kind of stepped back, and he let Gene Michael and Joe Torre do their job, and look what happened, right?
Yeah.
And at the end, he became the most beloved guy. Like, we all love George Steinbrenner the last 20 years. But the first 20 years, everyone hated the guy. He was just like Jerry Jones. He just kept meddling in things that he didn't understand.
It was like down here when Dan Snyder was in charge of the Redskins.
Same thing, yeah.
I remember the press conference when Joe Gibbs came back. And they asked Dan Snyder, wearing his burgundy and gold tie. He said, "Why'd you bring back Joe Gibbs? He's really successful in NASCAR. Why'd you bring him back?" He goes, "Because he was my favorite coach when I was a kid. It's always been a dream for me to work with him."
Wow.
I'm like, I can see Joe Gibbs saying, "Is that what? Really?"
Not that he won 3 championships for them or anything like that. Just
right.
He was my favorite. Sadly, it didn't work out when Joe came back. The game had kind of passed him by.
Yeah, but we beat Dallas that Monday night game. 3 touchdown passes by Mark Brunell.
Mark Brunell, there's a name.
Oh, I remember, lefty.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, Detroit looks
good.
Phenomenal. Dallas looks inept.
Yes.
And the whole time I'm looking at that, I'm like, how did the Steelers lose at home?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
This team, when they turned the Dallas Cowboys over 3 times and blocked a kick, and they lost.
Yep.
That right there tells you that Pittsburgh sucks. They do. They suck. Paper Tiger. They're going to end up 9-8. I'm telling you. Did anybody watch this?
8-1.
Yeah, the 8-1.
You got to throw that tie in there. You got to.
Yeah. I watched a lot of this, probably like half of it, and it was like
I saw some highlights. I did. The best thing was Joe Burrow taking off with that 40.
Yeah, I love that. That was a good.
Do you see how fast they clocked him at 19.8 miles an hour or something like that?
Joe Burrow. Yeah.
Joe Burrow with 19.8.
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
It was like a 50-yard.
That was like Lamar Jackson speed.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's like, "Damn, boy, what you doing?"
well, nothing much happened other than that.
Like, no, it was pretty dull. I saw I think it was 10-7, and the Giants were trying to tie it up, and it was like a 40-yard kick, and he missed. And I was like, I can't watch this. I forgot what I put on, but maybe it's baseball. Cincinnati, hey, somehow I feel like they're going to be there at the end.
Oh, yeah. They always are. They always say September doesn't mean anything. Middle of October. Okay, now it's play.
Yeah. They're just treading water for a while, and then they...
Okay, we can play now.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. But the Giants remind me of Pittsburgh. They're like the same thing in a way. Mid-level quarterback. They can run the ball sometimes. No receivers except one guy.
Well,
Just
yeah,
like
when
we
he's
have
there.
Pickens, they have neighbor. You know,
Yeah.
decent. They're a decent team, but I think the Giants are a little more inept on offense, barely. But
Right.
Is Daniel Jones' contract guaranteed?
I think he's got 1 year left on it, right? Or 2?
He signed for big money. I know that. People are talking about that.
I don't think it's guaranteed.
Okay.
I don't know. You know, we can check that account, Spot Track.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's got everything. I'll do some research on that, and we'll down the road. And then there was Monday night.
The only game I lost.
The battle of the officials versus both teams. 22 penalties for 204 yards.
The battle of the goalposts.
Did you see some of the penalties that were called, like misbehaving when the power went out? And
that was.
What about roughing the passer?
Roughing.
What the hell was that?
That was, even Aaron Rodgers said that wasn't roughing the passer.
Yeah, against him when it was
on him. He goes, that was no, it wasn't.
No.
And just, you know, there was another one, like speaking inappropriately to a referee was a flag. Like,
I saw a play where the Jets were down near the goal line. The running back literally went into the end zone, and then behind him, the offensive lineman was holding someone. After he already went past, the touchdown was made, and then they called him for hold. It was like, are you kidding me?
It was 200
brutal
yards in penalties. These referees, man, I don't know. And I got to going back to the Pittsburgh game. There were a couple roughing the passers in that game that were bull crap.
Yeah,
they weren't roughing the passer. There was one, I forgot which Raiders player it was. He jumped to hit Fields. Fields threw it while the guy was leaping, and he hit him. And then he put both arms down to brace himself so he wouldn't land on Fields because he knows that's a penalty. And they still called him. Like, what did Aaron Rodgers says? You know, we should just start playing Sarcastaball if it's going to be.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know if you saw that South Park episode a couple years ago where Sarcastaball, they're playing with a balloon and they're wearing like tinfoil bras and stuff. And they just sit there and insult each other and like they don't hit.
Well, he's right about that.
Yeah. So and the Jets, I think the Jets lead the league in shooting themselves in the foot.
Right.
Dallas is close, but I think the Jets.
No, the Jets still,
Yeah, I mean, the Jets love to be the Jets.
There was only one incredible play.
Yeah, you've seen
the Lazard catch. What is this? Between the legs?
Oh, that one. I thought.
I thought you were talking about the Hail Mary, but yeah, that was it.
Oh, Rodgers does that.
I know. It's so. How many did he have with Green Bay? 4, 5?
Yeah, it was like 3 straight weeks. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Remember that in like 2015. And then, amazing. I don't know how many times he's going to do that. And how he's able to drop it in. You know, they're surrounded. There's all blue shirts there, and he dropped it right where it needed to be, right in the.
That's what Jordan Love is learning how to do. He's doing that very well, but he throws off his back foot and makes me very nervous.
Yeah. It's so funny too because Rodgers still got the arm, and watching him on McAfee, and he's like, well, yeah, it was only 50 yards. That's nothing. And they're like, yeah. Throw
of course
50 yards. Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah. Wasn't that far. So, yep. Buffalo keeps on chugging, and now they've replaced Stephon Diggs for Josh Allen. He's going to have Amari Cooper, and I think you're right. I think Amari Cooper is going to. Well, that's tough to say because Adams and Rodgers have a special relationship. They're best friends in real life. I think they're really happy to be back together again. What's going to be interesting to me with the Jets is to see how Garrett Wilson reacts to this.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because he's no longer the featured receiver now.
Yep.
Does he become a malcontent and get moved? And Mike Williams guaranteed is gone now because Lazard is going to move up. Mike Williams is probably the 4th guy now, right?
Right.
Because Lazard, while I would argue Mike Williams might be more talented, Lazard is a Rodgers guy.
Right.
So
he's going to be elevated to the number 2 actually because it's Rodgers. Yeah.
Well, probably the 3.
No, I know he
Garrett
should.
Wilson's a burner.
I know talent-wise he's 3, but in terms of Rodgers going through his progressions, it's probably going to be the second one. He's probably looked to him first before he looks at Garrett for some reason.
Probably.
I don't know.
Probably. Hey, Garrett Wilson would be really nice in black and gold. Just saying. Well, that's a capper on week 6. Let's get to week number 7. We're at week 7 already.
Yeah.
Believe it?
See.
Pretty soon it's going to be midterms.
We're going to have to do our halftime report card power rankings in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And our pumpkin picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do the pumpkins next week for Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah. Pumpkin picks for Halloween.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Who wants to go first this week? We're all 4-1, so there's no clear winner.
Oh my gosh.
Edson, go ahead, brother.
I had such a hard time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there was 3 games I would look down like this.
I don't. Yeah, I don't feel good about any of these, but I'm gonna go.
I have my one layup that I feel good about, but
yeah. I know. I was trying to avoid that. I'm gonna go with Atlanta over Seattle. I think the Falcons now have the hot hand, and Seattle's kind of reeling. Is this in? I think it's in. I think it might be in Seattle.
Right here, it's right on the top here. It's Seattle at Atlanta.
Oh, it's at Atlanta. Okay.
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's Seattle away is not the same as being home, and I'm just gonna go with Atlanta's hot hand there.
I'm gonna put my thumb over. Well, put my finger over my picks, but there's a scribble. No, you can't. There, see the scribble out right there, Edson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my scribble out. Was the Falcons?
Oh.
Oh wow.
Okay.
All right, Bruce, what do you got?
Okay, now this one makes me nervous. There's 3 picks on here that made me nervous. I'll give my layup first.
Okay.
Washington over Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going out on a limb. And then you just forced me to do my layup first.
Okay.
Washington over Carolina. Yeah, this could be ugly. This could be like a 51-10 kind of thing.
Right.
I think Washington's offense is going to really hum, and they're at home. Yeah.
Right.
The game I'm looking forward to is in a couple of weeks. Pittsburgh goes down there to play.
Yeah. Maybe I can ask my boy for some. You want to go? Let me know. I'll see if I can get tickets.
Oh yeah. What's the date on that? Let me look here. Because I think it's after the Steelers bye week. So they'd be Jets, Giants, bye week, and then that was like November 10th, probably. Somewhere
okay.
What a guess. It's November 10th.
Oh.
Wow. That was a crazy guess.
Good job.
That would be awesome.
I'll let you know. I'll check it out tomorrow at work.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, my buddy Doug would probably want to go too.
No, forget it. No.
Or my brother.
Okay. No.
All right. Go back to you, Edson.
Well, I had it here.
Yes, Washington over the Carolina.
And I'm going to change it now because
Carolina over Washington.
my layup, I had the sheet right here, was Washington over. I'm going to change that to Buffalo over Tennessee as my kind of.
Ooh.
You did have Washington over Carolina?
Yes, I did. But I just don't want to have all of us on there. So
it is a layup game, though. I mean, there's no way.
I'm hoping that the other one is too. So.
Oh, I think what would be interesting is to see, we're going to see Amari Cooper probably, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And does that start the grumblings in Tennessee? I mean, Will Levis against that defense?
Yeah.
I think this is the week Mason Rudolph gets in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not to start.
Right.
Bills are going to pick him off a few times. The Bills secondary is looking really good, by the way.
Yeah.
So
they are.
that's a good pick. Tennessee's hapless. And it's too bad. There's a lot of talent on that team. They have no quarterback.
No quarterback.
They have 3 awesome receivers. No quarterback. Bruce, what do you got for number 2?
Okay, what time are we at right now?
What time?
We're 1 hour and 5 minutes into the show.
Okay. It is time for the worst part of the show, my dreaded shout-outs. Here we go.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Carolina is finished. This show has been brought to you by Phoenix, Wells Fargo, my friend Jake, and Abbott Elementary. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now back to reality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. This is the tough one. There's 2 tough ones. This is a real tough one for me. I think this would be the game of the week. One of the 3 games of the week, and I picked them all. Green Bay over Houston.
Green Bay over Houston.
Because they're playing in Green Bay, and it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a really good game. I really do. 2 good young quarterbacks. That might be a Super Bowl preview. You never know.
I think that might be the game. That probably is the game. Well, one either that one or another. One out of the 2 game of the weeks. Yeah, I think.
Right. You have a couple games of the week. You're right.
But that's one of them for sure.
There are a couple of really, really big matchups this week. And Bruce, you've forced my hand again. My second pick of the week is Green Bay over Houston at home.
Right.
Yeah, I think this can be fun. It's going to be a shootout kind of game. I can see both teams scoring over 30 points. This could be good. But I got Green Bay at home. I think you're right.
Good job.
I still haven't seen enough. Stroud doesn't look like Stroud yet.
Yeah, not yet.
I want Stroud to look like Stroud, and I don't think he will until Nico Collins comes back. We'll see if Joe Mixon helps out, but we'll see. But I still think Green Bay at home. It's gonna win. Edson, back to you, number 3.
I actually agree. That's not going to be my pick, but I agree with both of you. I think Green Bay will win a close game. So I'm going to go with another what might be a close game, kind of like a up in the air game. Detroit over Minnesota.
I stayed the hell away from that game, but
that's fine. It goes against kind of it's like Minnesota on a bye, Minnesota at home. Detroit just lost their best, probably their best defense, but I'm just gonna go with them anyways.
Here's why I stayed away from that game. Minnesota's defense.
Yep.
But I mean, Detroit's offense looks so. I mean, that's a tough game to call.
It's another one that might be a game of the week, though.
And is this the week Sam Darnold turns into a pumpkin? It's bound to happen, right? I don't know, but yeah, that I just said, geez. I mean, it's not really early in the season anymore. We're getting into the middle of the season.
It's not
right. You're right,
but it still seems too early to call this game. It's like I don't know.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I played that scary music. It was very bold of you to go after this game because I looked at that one. That one I looked at and went, I'm not going near that thing with a 10-foot cattle prod. I'll wait to see what shakes out and worry about it down the road when they play each other again. Bruce, what do you got for your number 3?
Get the music ready.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Detroit over Minnesota.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Wow. Oh wow. Well, I guess Keith will have a chance to gain on both of us if it goes wrong.
Wow.
Well, the reason I'm picking because I'm picking Detroit is over because they beat the hell out of Dallas. They got a great offensive line, great running back. Goff is incredible, and the most important reason of all, Edson gave me $20 to say the same thing that he did.
I got to tell you, I'm falling in love with this Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for Detroit.
Yes,
and he's going to be a head coach next year.
Yeah, he definitely
positive he's going to be a coach next year. Did you see they did a hook and lateral with a lineman?
Oh yeah.
With a guard, a hook and lateral, and it was like just talk about pouring salt in the Dallas wound, man. Like,
couldn't happen to a nicer team.
I feel like Dan Campbell was waiting for this game for a long time. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, they took a steamer on Jerry's birthday cake,
Yep.
and they did a flea flicker. They did the hook and ladder with the guard. They did it all, man. So Ben Johnson he's one of these new hot young offensive minds that is taking the league by storm. Something the Steelers don't do. My third pick, I'm going for the Battle of Ohio.
Oh, okay.
And I'm taking the Who Dey gonna beat them Bengals? Nobody. Bengals are gonna win that game. Bengals 3-4. The Browns will drop to 1-6, and if they don't put Watson on the bench after that, they never will.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually that game was actually the first game that jumped out at me, and I wanted to pick that game, and I'm like, well, I just got away with another Cincinnati pick last week, so I don't want to push my luck.
Push your luck.
Because they lost twice for me earlier in the year, and I'm like, well, I finally got one last week, so I'm not going to push it.
But it gives us the stat of the day in this Battle of Ohio is that Joe Burrow has more rushing touchdowns than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, good point.
Stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day.
Great point on that one.
Who they gonna beat them Bengals? All right. What do you got for your fourth pick, Hudson?
I'm gonna go with the Chargers over Arizona.
Ooh.
A lot
in the second Monday night game.
Because their running game is doing well. Obviously, Harbaugh wanted their running game to do well. That's what he keys in on. And that type of style puts Arizona really wants to, be flashy with their passing game and their quarterback. And I believe that type of style will keep the ball away from no, I can't even think of his name right now. Talk about getting old. Yeah.
Murray.
I think that's how they'll beat him, by keeping the ball away from him. And I'm not that the Charger defense is anything to write home about, but their offense will hopefully keep the ball away from him with a running game. So yeah, I'm going with them.
Wow. And that is the Monday night doubleheader second.
Yeah.
I kind of like the doubleheader on Monday night, because if the game sucks, at least you got another one to try.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Like when I was in Ireland, those games were starting at 1 a.m, but the Bills and the Jags was the Bills and the Jags, I think it was a blowout. And luckily we had Washington against the Bengals, which was a good game.
That was a great game.
Yeah. So, you're laying there, middle of the night and got 2 football games on. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So good pick, Edson. I like it. Bruce, what do you got for your fourth?
Pittsburgh over the Jets.
All right. I knew that was coming. I agree with that sound effect, because that was one I don't want any part of this. It's like I don't know who's going to show up. What Pittsburgh team's going to show up? I don't know what Jet team's going to show up. I don't know.
Bruce, you forced my hand again. My fourth pick, I'm opposite you. I took the Jets to beat my Steelers.
Hit it.
I don't want any part of that game.
I have a feeling that Aaron Rodgers is going to pick them apart, man.
Well,
because the Steelers' pass rush is all beat up. They have no pass.
Okay, but they have a good secondary.
They do have a good secondary, but I don't think they can cover Wilson and Adams and Lazard and
that's a good point.
All coming out of the backfield. The Jets have a lot of weapons. The Jets haven't been playing like they haven't been playing as up to their hype.
Right, they haven't.
And the Steelers have played above their expectations. So this is going to be a bad game. I think the Jets really take it to them.
All right. I think.
Sorry.
No, that's no problem. I think you need to save some more music like that for our pumpkin picks, Because that would like go perfect for Halloween.
That would be, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So you and I are opposite on that game, Bruce. We're gonna have quite an interest in watching that on Sunday night.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're up to your last pick.
Okay. I was
Unless do you have more, Bruce? Did you want to?
No, I'm done. I'm done. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I was kind of afraid to pick this because after that huge game last week, they might have a letdown. But Baltimore over Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Which is the other Monday night, so I'll be having interest in both. Yes, it's in Tampa Bay. Yeah, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do have a really good offense, but I think the Ravens' defense is improving, and of course they have that running game also, trying to keep the ball away from Baker.
And Baker's prone to mistakes. I love the guy, but he does throw it up for grabs on occasion. So that's a good pick. I wanted to stay away from that game because,
it could be a big letdown game. Actually,
it could be a trap game. That's what I was thinking. Baltimore has to go down to Tampa.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. Good pick though. I agree with your logic. I just scared me.
Yeah,
Bruce.
You remember growing up when you were in high school or in college, you had those long test results you had to like circle.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think the three of us telepathically do the same thing.
I knew this was coming.
Really do. I really do. We are like the most whatever. Baltimore over Tampa Bay. But there's one thing to consider. I just saw this. This might, I think, they're playing the game in Tampa Bay. This might be the first game after the hurricane, so it might be a highly emotional game for Tampa Bay. I just saw about that when you were making your points. I'm like, they are playing in Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I think deep down, I'm just hoping Baltimore keeps it rolling and is a good
same thing. Same as
stopper for Kansas City because they're
right.
I want somebody to stop them.
Yes, we all do.
Yeah. Did you see those two idiots at the Yankees game?
What happened?
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were at the Yankees game.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm about to go out to dinner. Come on, man.
Now I gotta see them too at the Yankee game. Jeez.
Yeah. I know. That Mike Savinelli texted me. Now they ruined baseball too.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. It's actually true.
If the Yankees play the Dodgers and she shows up in Los Angeles, I'm just I'm done.
I'm just so tired. And Kelce thinks he's a big celebrity. I'm just so sick of them.
Yeah. I'm so sick of them too.
Well, my final pick, I went with that team. I went with the Chiefs 49ers game.
Oh, that's the one. That's another game of the week too.
Another one, and I took the home 49ers.
Well, I'll certainly be rooting for your pick.
For the simple fact that look, the Chiefs don't look great.
Right.
They haven't looked great winning any of these games, and they've gotten a lot of help from the Zebras. The 49ers are starting to look pretty darn good, even without McCaffrey. What Purdy's playing he's really well. Their defense at the beginning of the year was shockingly porous, but I think they're coming around. I think they're at home. It's a statement game. They want to beat the Chiefs. They're going to have the national game on Fox. Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So let's see them. I think they win by 10. Don't forget they got the revenge factor. They've lost twice to Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
They're going to stick it to him, I think, because they'll beat him now in the regular season, and then they'll play him again in the Super Bowl and lose again. Right?
And they'll lose.
So the teams on buys this week are the Bears and the Cowboys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, Cowboys have a chance this week then.
Yeah.
Yes, they won't lose. They won't lose.
They won't win, but they won't lose.
And the only other game I almost called this Patriot Jaguar.
Yeah, that was.
I'm interested in that because for two reasons. One, the rise of Drake May. I want to see if he looks just as good again this week in London, and the fall of Trevor Lawrence. It's like watching
right.
two young quarterbacks, they're so divergent right now with where they're going. So that's the only thing that's interesting to me about it. So, but yeah, I'm not going to tune into the game. I'm just curious to see how that turns out.
Yep.
But I'm leaning toward New England winning. So
I think you have a good shot. Yeah.
So tonight we got the Dodgers and the Mets, Game 3.
I love LA. Go Dodgers.
I think the Dodgers are going to have to play both New York teams this year.
Yeah, you were saying that last week. Yeah,
it's starting to look that way. The Mets are one of the hottest teams in baseball down the stretch, but I don't think they have enough. I don't know. And Ohtani hasn't even really done anything.
He hasn't done anything. He hit a home run the first game of the playoffs and hasn't done anything else.
Just like Aaron Judge, he didn't do anything until last night. He finally hit a home run.
I'm hoping that starts him up. But
it was kind of a garbage time home run. The game was pretty much. I mean, it was only 4-2, but you knew Cleveland wasn't coming back. I don't think Cleveland's gonna. Maybe they'll win one game in this series. I don't think they match up well at all. So yeah,
you're talking about baseball, Keith. I gotta send you something. I saw it on YouTube last night. It was like Bob Costas did a 22-minute tribute to Vin Scully.
Oh, that's awesome!
Wow,
yeah, send it over.
I sent over.
In the call of the night last night, I don't know if you can find it. John Sterling, the Yankees announcer. For those of you who don't know, he's like 84 years old. He retired earlier this year.
Right.
They brought him back to call the playoff games, kind of a tribute.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's cool.
It's cool. It is cool. Last night there was a ground ball, and Anthony Rizzo got trapped between second and third, and this is right after Jazz Chisholm got picked off at second base. Jeez. So now Rizzo gets caught in a rundown. He gets tagged out, and John Sterling says, "Typical Yankees. They run the bases like drunks."
Oh, that is freaking.
That's good.
At 84, he still has it.
Yeah, he does.
Did you all ever see that video where he's calling the Yankees game? He gets hit by the foul ball.
Oh yeah.
That's ow! That really hit me.
That's freaking hilarious.
Isn't that hilarious? So good on him. Who knows how long this ride is going to go for him, but I think he's gonna go into the World Series. So,
we'll see.
So.
We'll see. This time next week we might be talking about the Dodgers and the Yankees for the first time.
Hope so.
1980, right?
1981.
81.
Oh,
it was
okay.
77, 78, 81.
Right.
In 81 is when Tommy John dominated.
Mm-hmm.
Really beat him. So
that was the year of Steve Howe.
Yeah.
Because Steve Howe would save everything.
And Fernando
yes.
looked marvelous.
Fernando is not looking well.
Oh, okay.
He is not looking well.
Well, he's got to be 75 years old now.
I don't know, but he does he's lost a lot of weight. He does the Spanish speaking duties at Dodgers games.
Oh, really?
He doesn't he's not doing that now because of his health.
Oh, he's only 63.
Wow.
Oh, that's
if you see a picture of him, he doesn't look good.
That's a shame. Oh yeah, Dodgers great. He was hospitalized 2 weeks ago.
Oh
yeah.
Oh man. Oh boy. That sucks.
Yes, it does.
Time is freaking evil, man.
Yes,
it is.
It's just, man. You see these guys that were in their prime when we were, tweens and teens, and now they're like, old. like Don Mattingly's in his 60s now, man. Like, what the hell?
I can't
right.
picture.
Right? It's just crazy.
Hey,
Dave Parker has Parkinson's,
Right.
Wow.
God, it just sucks. I loved him.
Before I let you guys go, I found something. This is my first. You guys remember this thing?
Oh my God. That's awesome.
Wow.
1972. That was how I learned football, reading this book.
72?
Wow.
That's how I learned football.
You know what I used to have that I loved back in the mid to late 70s? McDonald's gave out these History of the Super Bowl magazines.
Oh, yeah.
They did it up through 10 or 12, I think. Maybe it's 12.
Mm-hmm.
Those were awesome. Like there were like 2 or 3 games in each volume.
Oh, yeah.
4 volumes. And it was awesome, man. I
Those are
love
great.
that. Like, you know, I could probably find them on eBay. I'd love to get those again. I used to sit there and read them over and over and over as a kid.
Yes, and that was good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to believe the Super Bowl is, what, 59 this year?
I don't know. It's up there. I'm just like,
Yeah,
wow.
59, because it's 3 years older than me, and I'll be 56 this January. So yeah, 59. What the hell?
Yeah.
No, it's even worse. Though I'm watching.
Go
ahead. I'm sorry. It's go
I
ahead.
was going to say we have a question here.
Oh, we do.
Oh my
gosh.
Would you trade Chris Godwin and Jordan Mason for Breece Hall?
No.
I don't think I have to get more research about that. I got to think about that.
I'm a 2-for-1. I wouldn't. No.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either.
Godwin's on the downside. You know, he's getting older, but I wouldn't trade 2 for Breece Hall.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
No.
Breece Hall is having kind of like an up and down. You know, he's not really living up to what was expected him to, but he may get better.
Yeah.
Speaking of trades.
You wanted to.
I'm circling back to what I was saying at the end. I'm telling you right now, I'm not making a joke. I am not supporting the Miami Dolphins if they do this one thing this year. I get it. It's a down year. Your season is over. I get that your season is over. But if you send Tyreek Hill to Kansas City, that's the end of it.
Wow.
I will not support them. And I'm being serious.
I'll take you one step further. Forget supporting the Dolphins. I won't support the league.
Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. That'll make it tougher for us week to week, but that's still fine. But I will spend like all of next year searching for a new team if they do that.
That's crazy.
Anyways,
there's always room. There's always room with the black and gold.
Yeah. Consider it
green and gold, black and gold. We're all brothers. We all hang out together.
There we go.
Seriously. Oh, please do not do that.
There's another receiver who might be.
Yeah, I know there are more out there. I get it.
You know, Miami goes to 2-4, 2-5. They'll be. I think they have 2 more games before the trade deadline.
Yeah,
I know. 2-5, they pack it in. They might want to get some value back for.
I get it.
Model or you know what I mean. But
I know it's a business too. I get it, but.
Yeah, but no, it's that specific team. If he goes back to
the exactly. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
He can go anywhere else, but he can't go to the Chiefs.
Right.
Yeah. And you know another receiver that might be on the trading block, I would think was Adam Thielen. Or even Deontay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Deontay Johnson, Carolina. Just get rid of either one of those guys. Mm-hmm. Or don't they have what's his face too? Moore?
Oh wow, they still have DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, right? They have all those weapons, and they're trash, man.
Not good.
So thanks, Chris, for the question.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, no, and the Jets wouldn't need another receiver.
No,
they're getting a little bit too much.
They've got a stockpile. They're gonna have to move. I think they're gonna move Mike Williams. If I was Mike Williams, I'd want out of there.
Yeah, I would too.
So, all right. Anything else before we go?
Nope, that's all I got.
I'm done. Edson, have a good weekend.
Both of you have great weekends away.
Oh, you're going away too.
Bruce is going away too. So
I have to take care. Keith, I'll let you know about that business.
Yes, please do. I wish you all the luck, my friend.
Well, thank you, my brother.
Stay positive.
It's time. I'm trying to, and it's time to get my geezy time on.
And Edson, enjoy your time away.
I'll try. I'll still be thinking about these games, though.
Okay.
Yes, you both be scoreboard watching, I'm sure.
I definitely will.
And on that note,
yes, I think no. Yes, the joyfulness is over. The joyfulness is over.
Thanks for watching Geektime TV. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, make sure to check the little bell icon anytime someone from our network drops new content here. Want some Geek Time swag? Check out the merchandise available in the Geek Time TV store, linked in the channel description below. Share Geek Time TV with friends, and as always, thank you for your support. We'll see you soon.